toy, so I'm not going to start off with a toy, but Alright, so if I were to only suggest one toy, like this is our... Just getting this video ready, just preparing all the Ikea stuff that we have. And the girls discovered these like stamp markers, which are a huge hit at our house. Do you want to show your stamp tent? Oh, up here, yeah. So Matilda and Emma both love these. So this is something else that I really recommend. Hi there, my name is Justina and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over with you like my favorite toy products from Ikea. I was at Ikea fairly recently, but here in Europe, in Warsaw, Poland. So I'm also curious to see if the Ikea toys in North America differ from here. I think they're fairly similar from what I remember being at Ikea last time in the States and in Canada, but just in case anything is different, do let me know in the comments below. I'll take you through Ikea. I'll show you some products that I have here. So like I said, I have recorded some things from Ikea itself. I'll show you some things that we have around the house that we also use and love, and these are toys that have been like a staple with us for forever. I just feel like now is a good time to take a look at the toys that you have that you think your kids potentially would like with Christmas coming up. So I think this is a great occasion to take a look at the Ikea toys that they have and what might work for your home. So this isn't a toy, so I'm not going to start off with a toy, but I feel like this is great if you're making any changes to your child's room, is this sort of black wall where you can organize their crayons, their pencils, any knickknacks that they might have. We use this with Matilda and it's fantastic. I would recommend it like 120%. You might want to like maybe I call it Elfina, but Elf on a Shelf could bring it for the kids. They can also hide in there and stuff like that. I just thought that this might be a great addition in terms of organization for your kids' crayons, and paper products and crayons is something that I recommend from Ikea anyway, so I just wanted to start the video off with that. So maybe I'll start off with the dollhouse elements. So at Ikea you can actually buy like a house that you can hang on the wall, and you can put books in it, or you can purchase these furnishings and also put it in there. There are no people associated with it, but we use these all the time. We just have a wooden dollhouse that we got somewhere from someone, and we put these furnishings in there, and it's just been a huge hit. Even this bed, like the girls just like to put, because it stretches out for bigger dolls and like little dolls, so they use it for their Barbies and things like that, and it works really, really well. This is one of these toys that we have, like I said, on top of a higher shelf, and when it's raining or if we know that we're going to be spending some extra time inside at home, this is something that we pull out and is a great hit. I love this pink couch too. Like, how cool is that? There's pillows. We have two of the kits, like they have two different sets, and we have both of them, and like I said, it's a really big hit at our house. So the next thing that I have, this might be controversial because these kitchens are super popular, and I see tons of DIY of how to like upcycle these kitchens or just like make them a lot fancier. I don't think that the kitchens in Ikea are worth the money. So we ordered ours from Allegro, which is like Amazon in Poland, but yeah, so we just ordered ours. It's wooden and it was like significantly cheaper than the one at Ikea. So don't come at me when I say this, but I just don't think it's worth the money. I think you can find something very similar for a lot less of the cost, but the additional kitchen gadgets, so like the tools that you use for the kitchen, I really like the Ikea ones because they use like metal and like the thicker plastic, and they're just very similar to the actual tools that I use in the kitchen. So I feel like kids are like more inclined to play with them. Again, I find that if I just give them like a spoon that I actually use, they tend to use it more. But when I see my girls like which kitchen tools do they want to use in their play kitchen, they choose the Ikea ones over like the plastic ones, because I think that, you know, it's just more real for them. So I like that. I like the fact that they have like metal pots and pans and like metal cookie cutters and all that kind of stuff. So it's more, it feels more like a real kitchen than a toy kitchen, and I think kids just like that better. Oh, the train set. Okay, so we have the whole train set. Like, we bought all the additions to the train set. We have it all. I'm not gonna take it out now, but it's like a huge thing for us. Again, this is a toy that's like hidden kind of in a cupboard, and we just pull it out when we know we're gonna be home all day, again, because of bad weather or it's raining or the girls are sick or whatnot. We just pull all of these out, and the girls like love it, and they play with it for hours and hours and hours. And like, I know everyone's like super happy that these are wooden elements, and that's like a whole thing, and I like that too. But I gotta tell you, the thing that they play with the most is, and the thing that gets the most traction, is the electronic train that has the lights that you can turn on and off. Like, the girls love that. But this is a huge hit. Like I said, this is something that they absolutely love. I saw this like on boys lists, Christmas lists, not on girls ones, which I just don't think is fair and cool. So I have 2 girls, and they play with it and they love it. All right, so if I would only suggest one toy, like this is the be all end all toy. Like, my kids love this toy. We've had this set for more than 5 years. We got this when Matilda was like super young. It might have been even before she was born, but we got this like super when she was young. We used this in the bath all the time, but we also, when my kids were younger, they used this to stack, and it was like the best thing ever. It still is. They still play with it in the bath because this has like different holes. They build stuff with it. They put foam in it. Like, this can be a great sand toy. It's the bee's knees. I really recommend it. It's super cheap. I know that Ikea like refurbished them, and they have new colors now that I saw. They also have numbers on them for whatever reason. They have different shapes on them. Like I said, when Matilda was young, I would just put them all around her, and she would just like look at the shapes, touch them. This is the coolest, most versatile, super cheap toy that I recommend from Ikea. Number 1. All right, so who doesn't remember one of these from a doctor's office? So again, we got ours, I think, from a friend, but this is something that actually Matilda likes more than Emma. Emma wasn't really into it. This isn't her vibe, but this is a pretty cool toy. Some kids like it, some kids don't. So I would give this like a maybe to purchase. I don't know. Okay, so this isn't 100% a toy, but I think if you were buying like paints or poster paints, which I recommend from Ikea, or other paints, then this is something that I would suggest you get as well. This is actually, we use this as a food bib and like a regular bib for our girls when they were eating, but we also use this when they paint. They do have a version for older kids, which is green, I think, but anyways, I love this for several reasons. One, it has like the elastic around the wrists so that no paint or anything or food goes in there, and then it's also velcroed in the back, and I just feel like this is a good bang for your buck. Again, I think we had this from Matilda, so this is like 5 years old. We just put it in the laundry, and it still looks like new. Like, maybe it's a little bit stained, but still looks pretty much brand new. So this is something that I recommend to get, again, as like an addition maybe to some paints, because that would also be a cool thing to get. Speaking about paints, what I wanted to show you is this paint set. It actually just comes like this. There's a paintbrush in there. It closes. What I like about it is that you can open it, and it has like its own cups. Like, look at the state of this. Obviously my kids use this all the time. But I just like it that it kind of contains all the paint stuff in one area. So you can put all of your paint sets in here. It has like the thing for the water, one for clean water, one for dirty water, and then it has your paints up top. And again, as you can tell, my kids use this and I really recommend it. The paints last a long time. Can't go wrong. So talking about painting and art supplies, something that I recommend that might be funny is the paper at Ikea. So we really enjoy the rolls of paper. Sometimes I just like roll this out onto my living room floor and let the girls like freestyle color. That works really well. Or we put some newspaper down and they also like freestyle paint. Also works really well. But this is just something that I recommend. The paper quality is better than like cheaper paper. It's thicker so it doesn't soak through. You don't have to worry about like marker getting everywhere, within reason of course. And I just find the quality of paper is better. And I know that sounds super random, but I feel like when I buy the Ikea paper, which is a little bit more expensive, I don't use as much paper. So this might work for you or not. In terms of like, there's that easel that has the chalk on one side and a whiteboard on the other side where you can also put this down, this paper, and your kids can color. Matilda used it for a little bit, but it was never her favorite toy. Emma's just not interested in it at all. Like every once in a while she runs out. We have it in the backyard in the summer so that the girls can like use chalk and stuff, and we were like making signs when they opened up an ice cream shop. Anyways, but it's not something that they absolutely love, so this is something that I don't really recommend. All right, last two things are these like iron beads that are really popular. We don't have them yet just because I feel like the girls are a little bit too young for them at this time. Maybe this year I think it would be a good gift for Matilda, maybe from Santa. I just think she has the concentration down, so I think that would be a good gift for her this year. But like I said, I've heard great things. I think this is for older kids and I think that it would be used a lot. And now for younger kids plus older kids, I saw this, I never had it, I never owned it, so I'd like to get your opinion on it. If anyone has used it, let me know in the comments below. Is this mat that you can roll out, and it's like kind of like a gymnastics mat, but I think it could also be like a play mat, or for kids when they're younger, when you're doing tummy time, it might be a little bit better than like a solid wood floor, or like if you have but anyways, I thought that was really interesting, but I haven't used it. I've seen it and I've seen a lot of people really recommend it for jumping around with kids. It's something that they think works great, so let me know if that's something that you used. I'm curious to see if you have any of these products at home. Let me know in the comment section below what's worked for you, what hasn't, what's your absolute favorite go-to IKEA toy for your kids. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time on my channel, please subscribe. That always helps me. That's like a mini high five for me, so thank you for doing that. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!